live in West Palm Beach, Florida.
All right, welcome and hello everybody tuning in live-ish, coming to you from the Palm Beach Kennel Club, the Action Palace.
That's
on
right.
North Congress Avenue, located conveniently across the street from the Palm Beach International Airport. I'm Matt F., and I'm joined by
Michael Z.
And we've got a bit of a different show for you today. This weekend, we will be having our monthly multi-flight, $300 buy-in, $100K guarantee. But before we get started with that event, which begins tomorrow, we're going to be bringing you a satellite. We've got players here, so let's just hop over onto the table real quick. $65 buy-in this tournament. And they will be playing for a seat in tomorrow's flight in the multi-flight. We have all the numbers. I believe there were 29 players remaining when play resumed. And 10 tickets will be given away. So we'll be bringing you a feature-ish table here today. No final table.
The feature will be the final.
Right. As when we get down to 10 players, the tournament's just going to stop.
Unless everybody a deal comes
Right.
out and everybody
There's a
agrees to put a certain amount of money in for the 11th place. Currently, the 11th place is getting $87.
Right.
So they need to put together $213 accumulatively
Right.
between
just
10,
slightly
11 players.
over the amount of players required for 10 seats, but there is a little money left over. And if the players were to come to some sort of agreement, then an 11th ticket could be acquired.
It's about $22 a person.
Right, and if it got down to that, that would be
Oh wait,
yeah,
it's
20
11 players. Let me see. $20 a person. It's
Right.
$19
So
and
about
change.
$20 extra if they so wanted to. But for now, we had 29, and being as computer illiterate as I am, Mike had to show me how to get the clock here on our setup, so we don't have to keep asking our runner to go update our numbers for us.
Yeah, I'm the only one that does this, right?
So we've got some of the usual suspects here of our tournament regulars. You'd expect to see them. Tuan, our unofficial employee.
Usually with the King Jack, you always get like the flop all around it. You know?
You're supposed to be penalized for not even betting. You're good.
With Queen 10, and he folds it.
Yeah, but you didn't.
It's a little strange. Tuan's got a pretty wide range, and you'd think Queen 10 would be in there, but
Yeah, I feel in a tournament like this, you're just kind of waiting till you get to 10th place, the last 10. So to sit here, build a little bit of a stack, and sit here and fold a little bit, wait for better hands is kind of the way to go.
dun dun dun, and we're already down a player. Tom with some suited connectors. He's going to limp in out of the small blind.
Peter picking up a 7, Tim picking up a 7 with a better kicker, and Tom picks up a 5. Peter also got the flush draw there.
Kevin out there representing an ace. Don't know if he'll get rid of Peter, though, with that flush draw.
I'm like one seed.
I think if Peter
'Cause
plays his cards right, he can easily get a double up.
Yeah, I'm like, I would stick around.
Not because I don't like you guys.
Even though that's kind of a high bet for that pot size.
Well, that was quick. Tuan's out of here. He said, not because I don't like you guys.
You know the deal, the grind.
Another
Table
7.
balance. Yeah, Peter's got a set now.
That's
and
a
still
case.
with the flush draw.
It's the
Yeah, it
K7.
is.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting.
Because the other 7 was folded. You're definitely not getting him out of the hand now.
Yeah, Jack 7 is definitely kicking himself right now. But if Peter gets there for the flush, I think he'll be happy to see it.
He's looking for, well, he's going to look for the case for quads. He's not going to find it, but an ace, a 5, a spade.
He's got a lot of outs here. Quick snap fold.
Good luck, you guys. Don't play so crazy. We just need 9.
Peter says, I'll show you my 7, but I won't show you the rest.
Tuan giving the table some advice. Not play so crazy. We're not trying to win, he says. Not sure why he wants to share strategy with the other tables.
Maybe he likes these people.
There are no friends at the poker table.
I had a nice nice
That's
flush
because
draw.
they match, right,
trips out.
Pete? Something-
Except for the ones you're partnered with for payouts.
Yeah, they match.
I don't do partners.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm a loner.
I play
A
for
rebel.
myself. If I'm going to put the money in, I'm going to take it all.
Raise to 18.
Fight with honor. Take all the money or die in glorious battle. That's a euphemism. I don't want anybody to die. I know this game has very violent history.
A
in
lot
its
of
origins.
10s being folded here.
Yeah. They don't like the 10s
Michael
Jack
just drawing
10
to jacks.
against an ace-8
Now an
suited.
8.
Yeah.
Or a queen.
And that's not one of those.
It'd be neither. The ace gets there. He was already ahead,
Yeah,
but
he didn't need it, but he got it anyway, just for funsies.
for S and G.
Yeah, Tuan ducking out with the table balance just in time for the big blind.
You got to do what you got to do.
Start your kitchen yet? I mean,
So 28 players remain, according to our numbers that I checked on a couple minutes ago. We're going to play down to 10,
Enjoy
possibly 11,
Possibly 11.
because the buy-in period has expired with the end of that second break, so it's not like we can get a couple more buy-ins and shore up that number.
Mm-hmm.
boxes up there?
That's what I was counting on, because I was told 10, you know, during the break, and I was all like, well, maybe we get a few buy-ins, pump it up to 11, but
Hey, 11th place still is in the profit.
nothing doing.
$65 buy-in, they get $87.
Assuming they only bought in once.
Correct.
They may be looking to make a deal if they bought in twice. I'll be all
That's
like, "Oh,
right.
That's not enough. I don't get my money back. Let's talk.
Oh, Peter picking up 2 pair. And
flopped
Kevin
a straight.
flops the nuts.
Yeah.
Not the best flop for Peter.
No.
32.
And Peter's gonna bet it.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Got to see where you're at.
No, I would definitely bet it. I'm just saying he's betting into a brick wall.
Raise.
No, don't raise yet.
Raise, ships it, and gets a snap call.
Oh.
Sees the bad news. Drawing to a 9 or a
Drawing
10.
to 2 cards.
And
Wait, maybe a king for a chop.
oh no,
Nope, better
missed
straight.
it. He needed a diamond there too. That increased his
Yeah.
outs on the turn by a lot.
Yeah, one of the 9s and 10s was dead, so initially he was only drawing to 2 cards. Picked up a few outs with that diamond,
Yeah, his 2 outs turned into 11. Not bad.
Yeah.
but did not catch. Now we find out who's got who covered. I don't think he's out.
I don't believe so either. 10, 15, 16, 20,000 and change.
They come over and look at it, fix it.
900. So about 21K out of his stack. He's still got a little bit left.
Yeah, he'll
That's a
stick around
cooler.
A while more. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, walked right into a cooler. I mean, that's the play to go. You get raised there, you're gonna probably snap all in with top or
I'm a little
2
surprised
pairs.
by not by the aggression itself, but the level of aggression. I mean, looking at a $3,500 bet and you just all in, and then a snap
It was
call.
a
It's
bet, a 3-bet,
he didn't
snap
even
all in, snap call.
hesitate to call that all in. I'm like, 2 pairs.
Well, what beats him? Somebody who's drawing to a flush. They're not ahead.
I mean, but 2 pairs great, but I mean, there's a straight out there. He could
I
have
think
had a set. I'm like,
Flush draw.
I'm not saying he shouldn't have called, because in that, in that circumstance, a lot of people would call, but damn, he didn't even think about it though. Just snap. It's like, bro, you are beat.
I mean, I like to make quick decisions too
Yes.
because the more I think about it, the more
More info you're putting out.
not info. It's more that I feel that the longer I hold on to the cards, the more connected I get with them, and makes me want to keep them. So if I snap, fold, or get rid of my
Right.
cards really quickly, then my decision's already made. I'm not sitting here thinking about it. It's like, all right, another hand will come.
So you're Elsa. You just let it go.
Let it go. Minus the song and dance.
Yeah, Yes, men that know that movie and know those songs. Audience, back me up here. If you're a man with daughters,
I don't
know
have a
that-
daughter.
You know that movie back to front.
I don't
And
have a
it's-
daughter, but I
it's-
do have Miss Rachel.
It's not by choice that you know all that. Gotta take baby girl to see the movie and get her the toys and the outfits and all that.
My son watches Miss Rachel all day, and she is teaching the kids how to sing "Let It Go" or
No.
"Let It Be," "Let It Go." I'd rather it be "Let It Be."
Still not much doing here on this flop. Tom's chasing that flush, but not much else going on here.
Everybody's chasing a pair. Or should I
Is it
say two
Michael
pair?
or Mikhail?
It's probably Michael. I've seen Michael spelled
Well,
that way.
He's betting it with just ace high. It is the best hand. Don't get me wrong. but-
Gets called by Tom easily.
Well, Tom's definitely got the outs to call.
And miss.
And
Oh, he gets there.
Nails it, and Michael gets the ace. So this could be. Now it's time for pain.
Think about it. Oh, he
At the
checks
river.
it.
Ooh, well, you got to throw a value bet out there because not only did you hit your flush, it's the nut flush with the ace and the king already on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing can hurt you. Yeah.
It's not the nuts, though.
Well, I didn't say it was the nuts.
I know.
The nut flush. And I think you would have seen a little more action out of Michael if he had a boat.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It was a good check there with top pair, though.
Two pair
Yes.
with top kicker. That's probably why it didn't have as much value. Because AC Deucey also has two pair with a king.
Mm-hmm.
So there's really not a point in trying to hammer that pot.
It's a good point.
Oh, I would have. But you had 4.
But I think as small stack, you might want to ship it there and try to double up. Or at least take half the pot and go your separate ways.
Talking to myself on my way back to my car right now.
You folded, no?
He did fold, but his cards got pushed back to him for some reason.
All right, here's
All
Tim.
in.
Queen Jack suited. There's worse spots.
Tim
All in.
surrendered his chips before or during the break, bought back in, got a fresh new stack of 10K and sat back down just before the break.
But that would have been a good spot for fives, I would think. Chance to eliminate a player, get closer to that cutoff, and into the satellite. Would have been a race. Fives against Queen Jack suited.
It's definitely a race.
And if you're trying to come back with a 10K stack at this level, I mean, you're gonna have to take shots. You're gonna have to kill.
Absolutely.
And the heads up.
I think he's just waiting for an ace.
Right. It's
Any ace right now for him, and it's a chance to ship it. With everybody having at least 2 to 3 times your stack size,
K9.
Michael's all in here with K9.
All in with all
In the
with
big.
blind.
Right now we're doing the kitchen here.
Is he though? Looks like he's got a chip in his hand. Chip in a chair. Well, actually 3 chips. Because the big blind's 800.
No, yeah.
Says he's all in.
Well, 4, 8, 8. Did he not put in the ante? No, there's the ante right there.
He,
We have a guy supposedly, I don't know him, but
so he had 19,
Oh,
not
did he
16.
go all in under the gun? I thought he was the big blind.
He's the big blind.
4,000 raise.
all of them. We got 19 pieces this big.
Yeah,
Maybe
he's
our
not-
stack
he's
size
not
is
all in.
incorrect.
He says he's only
Now
for
he's all
1.6.
in.
He's all in for 1.1, actually.
That we thought, and I looked up.
So he's got 1900, not
Oh,
1600.
1900. It should be 1.9, but 800 is the ante.
Above it, and there was a whole bunch of them, but they're only this long.
Kevin with ladies.
You're gonna have a carpet in front of your sink.
The ladies
Well,
man.
it's gonna be at the end.
Michael's got
Oh, and his.
quite a situation here.
Too bad Timmy doesn't have the pocket. 'Cause
All right, we get to see the queens.
2 ladies at the same time against the Kennel Club hand.
Let's see what happens. Is he going to get the double up? Fight to the finish. I hear it's a good place to end. King. Nope.
So we got a,
Brings in
Straight
a lot of
draw,
draws, though. 10.
King or a 10.
Oh,
There's
he gets
king.
the king. Michael gets the double up.
Yep.
Going right into the
See?
small blind.
And last week we saw such disrespect. Everybody folding the K9 hand.
Yeah. This is why you
And look,
play
man,
K9.
It works at the Kennel Club. That's why it's the Kennel Club hand.
Apparently you have to be all in for it to work. though.
Right. It's
Short about 6 inches.
If you're playing it downstairs, go all in pre. Works every time.
I gotta take
Or,
unless it doesn't.
yeah, except for the times that it doesn't work. Otherwise, it works every time.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. No, it's a sheet metal. I mean, it's stainless.
There's no guarantee, though.
There is a guarantee. 100K guarantee in our monthly multi-flight.
All right, here's
Can't
a good
guarantee
spot for
it'll-
Tim.
It'll be more, but it's been more the last, well, every month we've done this. Last week we just edged over 200K in our prize pool. So I think they're being a little cautious with that 100K guarantee. They could probably get away with more, but I'm not in that department, and that's not my call. Just saying the numbers are there.
Yeah. We got the players. All you got to do is fly in, drive in, take the bright line. What does Nancy say?
We're across the street from the Palm Beach International Airport.
That's right. If you know anybody here, we might pick you up and bring you over.
Maybe.
If you're
Might
friendly
have to
enough.
might have to charge a premium, but
Some of us will accept a high five. Just
yeah, but the employee lot is facing the airport, so I always just walk whenever I fly out of here. I'll just park it here, and
Yeah,
just walk across the street. Terminal's right there.
that's what I did.
I'm looking at it. Meanwhile, all in AK against A10. Peter, the underdog here. But
Ooh, 5-6 suited is kicking himself here.
oh, 3 on the river. 3 on the river.
Chop. Oh.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
AK. Tim is not happy about this chop.
Straight to the 6. On the board. Chop and broccoli.
I'm in the same boat with you.
Tim really needing this double up here.
He might have lost money on that. Because of the ante and the blind, and there wasn't much else except the call.
Oh, he's in
So
for
he
16.
got-
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, he wasn't. He was under the gun. Okay, he's the big blind this time. Okay. So basically, they chopped the antes and blinds.
It's 1K each.
One door, or you can set it up for 2.
I don't think he won enough to cover his blind, though.
He got his big blind.
Sticky fingers.
Yeah, that's correct.
2 small blinds.
So we start off with the chopper.
Somehow. Yeah.
Claudio doing some work, chopping up pots.
Okay, chat room's looking a little empty there, and this is an audience participation type show. I'm looking your way, Florida Mountain Man.
Raised.
Unless he's playing in this tournament somewhere, which is
He'd still be watching.
uh-oh, here's the deuces. Steffi Mo's hand.
Steffi Mo's hand. Oh, 8-9 folded.
Uh-huh, and deuces go right to the muck, exactly where they belong.
8-9 was the nuts. How do you fold? You're supposed to raise the nuts.
Deuces in the muck where they belong. Dun-dun.
He says he's not, but he understands. He doesn't want. He don't want to trust me.
Get ducks just really suck.
That's why I'm here today. And she told me, like,
10-7 versus 10-7.
Easy fold.
There's Oaks. Oh, okay. For a second, I didn't think this thing was on. Oak Tide chiming in.
Oak Spoker.
Let's letting us know that there's people alive out there in television land.
I like to give him a hard time instead of Oaks Poker. I call him Oak Spoker. You talk to trees, buddy?
well, that's,
Oak trees.
it's funny because
Is it a Lorax?
I told him in the beginning that I'm a little anal.
Tree hugger.
You know, I'm going to be watching and all this.
See, here's 5. See, Shan plays the 5s this time, but not last.
They feel better in the big blind.
I guess.
Thank you so much.
I am an oak tree. That makes a lot of sense.
Tom's betting with air. Shan's like, well,
There's no way you have an 8.
I got 2 pair. I'll stick around. Well, now everything is over. Shan's
Tom gonna continue.
he's letting Tom bet here. Might be giving up the hand. Yep.
He totally did. Shows his 5s.
Because
And they
I'm
were good,
actually
at least for Meow.
trying to play them. Telling the guy, my wife is, she's just out of control and all this stuff. Exactly. And I'm like,
Thank you.
and I told her, I said, look, if he says, he actually told me the other day.
Price of poker just went up. Blinds are now 6, 12, 12.
I'm telling her the same thing. Like, look, we got to play this because otherwise, and we're getting things done because of it. You know that. I mean, come on. You deal with that all the time, right? The problem is you know how to deal with it. Do you have the boxes on site? No, not yet.
On to the
Supposed to be starting
next.
this week, though.
Yeah, let's work on our reading skills since we can't see the cards.
We'll see.
All in.
Slow but sure. We're down to 27.
Hatch the egg before the chicken lays
Thanks.
or whatever, you know, because it's like. You got to give them 3 weeks to do it. Yeah,
What
it's
did that
only
say?
been- They started,
No, I keep doing this backwards.
Save up to 30%. Go back.
but the problem was
On new subs until October 1st at midnight.
Come on.
Use that subscribe. Ship it to PBKC Poker. If you have an
Indeed.
Amazon Prime membership,
Uh-oh.
you get a free sub every month.
Now it's time for pain.
Max Payne, we got Michael in with Queen Jack off.
Somebody's getting their feelings
Peter's
hurt.
in with Ace King off, and Shannon with King Queen. A lot of outs out here. Michael has 3 jacks that we know of. Peter has 3 aces
3,
that we
7,
know
9
of.
on the flop.
Yeah, it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Uh-oh.
Close. Who's got hearts? Peter. There's only 1 heart out there. Peter has an ace of hearts.
And he's already ahead, and the
Ooh,
jack gets there for
hits the
Michael.
Jack.
Oh, and the heart
heart.
gets there. Peter.
Double elimination.
Wow.
13 point something.
Peter has them both covered.
11.
Double elimination here with a lot of big cards. Peter needed it. He got stacked by seat 1 a little while ago. Not stacked, but
Thank you.
seat 1 got a double up from him, so he got his chips back.
He got his feelings hurt.
He did get his feelings hurt.
Yeah.
I think my feelings hurt for him.
Anything with that.
Mm.
Get some more, do something now. Get some more people down here.
All right.
Open,
Any beginning?
Many seats open.
67.
Claudio doing his best.
Many seats open on 67.
But I didn't realize that I made a
Help!
straight.
Send everybody.
Good thing they didn't have that on.
I think
Send
I
us
did
more fish.
start. That was the first
Oh, is this a
thing.
good thing it wasn't on stream? Oh, it was on stream. We saw everything.
We saw it all.
I actually feel sorry
Brian.
for you. I said,
Brian.
I appreciate that.
Get me players now. Do it. Go now.
Talk to him.
Defend you. All perfect.
She said
They send you?
when he was over there doing. And out
Get
of
over
nowhere,
here.
Tim, out of nowhere.
I didn't know
What are you gonna
Scorpion
do
was
with
from Brooklyn.
dishwasher?
Chucks the spear at him. Get over here.
Not a word was said about it, right? And he's looking at
Well,
it
this
like,
victory against me, forget about it.
fill that out of nowhere. What are you going to do about the dishwasher? Do you want to invite him on what you want?
All right, players coming in. Gene on our production team here doing a good job. Counting up chips, going to get his name, get him set up upstairs.
She wanted him to design,
Coming in on the small blind.
design the kitchen. And then,
7, 9 to
then
get.
she wants to critique whatever he designs. You know? I'm like, no, tell him what you want. And then
The
he can
gentleman
figure
here,
out, okay,
Gene,
this is what I
outside
can
us.
do, what I can't, you know. Saves a lot of time. See, we watch all them shows. She
Yeah,
thinks
they
a designer's
when we went from 29 to 27, I think they had to break a table since we're doing 9-handed, so we might be getting a full table.
Can I start dealing?
It's like, she doesn't know this, but it's
Now go.
So is it
Don't deal Tony in. Gotcha.
Why?
Dead small and dead button positions. You can't deal them in.
designer is doing what they want.
You got to deal this hand shorty and let the button get to seat 9. Then you can deal everybody in.
Get a feel for what they want.
I thought it was a dead small already.
It is dead small.
Peter's the small.
Oh, right.
So you came down. You
I thought he was
Clearly
big
I was
blind.
wrong. Small, big, yeah.
I thought he was big. That's why I misunderstood why he was getting
Ron,
dealt out.
Ron White style. I was wrong.
Uh-oh. Somebody folded aces.
I'm gonna have to.
Oh, no,
call.
Tim.
Yeah,
Tim has
okay,
aces.
Okay. was gonna say I'd have to call
He
the reader
says,
into
I
question.
guess I'm all in.
It's like
Oh,
six.
Peter picks up sixes.
He just
6,600
knocked
for
out.
sixes.
What a shame for Peter. This isn't a bounty tournament.
6,600 for sixes.
It's like you're supposed to call.
Yes, it's a sign. If you don't call, I do.
Still good luck.
And
All right, good luck,
you'll
he says.
lose. Well, you won't necessarily lose.
The
I
only
mean,
reason I called is because
you are a 4-1 underdog.
The only reason I called is because I have 6-6.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
Aces versus sixes.
All right, you're in a little bit of
Like
trouble.
I said, Peter's knocked out a couple of people, so maybe it's lucky.
Not off the flop.
Running
Six.
cards for a straight
Uh-oh.
5, 6 or 5 or spade.
Oh,
Oh,
just
all
missed it.
around. It was a black 7.
All right,
but
Tim gets the double up here.
was not a spade. He went from 2 outs to about 27.
I think
yes.
I think I'm calling there too. Every time.
Well, the other time
want me
he
here?
caught the 10 when he thought he was beat.
What number did your seat card say?
Thank God I don't know, because I've seen so many people putting down and throwing in thinking they lost.
But not a bad call from Peter, I don't think. And like I said, you went from 2 outs to all those outs.
Once you throw them face
And the
down.
way his hand kept improving, I thought for sure he was going to river something.
I thought it was going to be a 6.
I thought it was going to be any 6, any 5, any spade.
Yeah, I don't think he had enough outs
Any
there.
of that would have cracked them aces.
I feel like that happens though. When you have all those outs, you never get them.
Right.
When you're down to like a single out, you hit your one outer.
You just hit that 5 of spades that you need for that inside straight flush. Wow. Timmy's legit sitting there in the big blind with king deuce, like, free flop? Okay. All spades. Kevin has the 7 of spades. He's got an open-ended straight flush.
So what does that mean? Are you going to change it
Oh,
now?
but he's not going to get there. The 9 and the 4 are dead.
You only got that.
Oh, you guys did?
And he doesn't want, well, that's exactly, I was going to say what he doesn't want, but that is exactly what he
from
wants.
Mike. Mike, it's okay. He's okay in my book anyways, but this particular
Timmy
thing
needs a
is all
king
hard.
or a spade here.
Cool.
Yeah, because I was 10 and I'm like,
A is here.
yeah.
That's right. This is a 10. This is a 10.
Guys, this is your
And
10.
that's not a king or a spade.
So are they moving?
So Kev with 10s and 6s with an 8 is going to get this one.
He's going to 7.
Yeah, so you just move it, slide it over.
Really not. It has
No,
no
it
bearing
doesn't
on
do it.
anything.
It doesn't, right, there's no bearing.
I quote the wisdom of Bill Murray. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
I should have known this is 10.
Don't let him get you. I don't know if it's 10.
Show him.
Yeah, Mike.
Well, I got to see 10. I'm like, is there a 10?
He said that.
I thought they were trying to tell me, like, go somewhere else.
So Pete fucked it up.
No, but
Seat next to you is
I'm a little uncomfortable with the
You were
table
supposed to be in C9.
talk conversation. Turning to the subject of getting
There
ass.
is a 9, but there's not.
There's no 6.
We are hauling ass.
What?
There's no 6.
Okay. Yeah. Claudio reverted to cash mode for a second.
exactly.
yeah, the thing doesn't work.
But then he realized, oh yeah, tournament mode. Gotta.
If you guys made final tables, you'd know that.
Yeah.
I still think Pete screwed
Well,
up.
you're not making final
Somebody
table.
did.
There is no
It's
final table.
regularly
He's got a point.
inconvenienced by every Sunday making the final.
You could say what it did. Go ahead. You could.
No, it's-
But when there is a final table, you don't come down here until there's 9.
Right.
But you're right. That seat is always vacant.
Yeah. Because look, whatever don't work.
Okay, apparently we're integrating calisthenics in with our broadcast.
I see cell phones.
All right, with that flop, little something for everybody. Tom and Timmy got 7s. Peter got an ace.
See, they have 2 outs, and theirs gets there. Little do they know they're behind each other.
Dun, dun, dun.
Giggity.
Well, 2 players.
Turn card, 8-0 spades. No help to either player. Tom running out of room.
4 Gs.
Tom's going to call here with just a 7.
Needs a king.
And that is not it.
King.
It was close.
Check, please.
It was the king's best friend. Did you say I call?
Decent kicker. Ace.
I thought there was a bet.
No, there was no bet there.
Thank you.
No bet there
Probably
with top
figured
pair.
what I did after he got checked into. He's like, well, he's not going to call anything anyway, so I checked.
12-12 to you.
Everybody call?
Like, even if he min bets there, I don't think he gets a call.
Mm-hmm.
Way too many overs to that 7.
Yeah, but in my
Timmy had.
opinion, it's always good to bet there because they don't know what you have. And I want to show as little amount of hands as possible in a tournament like this.
Right.
Or in a tournament setting at
So
all.
even if you know he's not going to call them,
Yeah, I make that bet. I'll make that min bet because either I'm getting max value or I'm going to get him to fold and not have to show my hand.
Right on.
Are they doing a stream now?
Yeah. You're on TV. Smile for the camera.
This is Nancy's hand, pocket tens, and he's gonna raise it up to 3,600.
Like I always say, I'll never. If I could live to be 100, I'll never understand why players get married to hands.
And then deuce is behind it. We have 3 pocket pairs, 4
I was
pocket
gonna say,
pairs
we're
back
not
to
done
back.
yet, so don't say that.
No.
4
But
players have pocket pairs
The
here.
deuces decided Flea.
It's probably a good call there
Very
because
wise, very wisely.
one of their deuces is gone.
Or it's just deuces are just terrible in general.
Tim picking up 7 deuce on the big, and everybody else has a pocket pair.
3 players.
Now I would have
All
loved
these pocket pairs, nobody flops, nothing.
I would have loved to see 6, 8, 10, and then a deuce on the turn.
But this is a chance to see some real poker here, or not. Because everybody thinks they're crushed and nobody's playing. Okay. We might get some play here.
If everybody's checking, I think I'm good with 8s.
Yeah, it's, at some point you gotta use position.
You get 6s to fold, but 10s are not going anywhere. This one's for you, Nancy. A lot of overs there for Peter. He might not be feeling good about this.
They're all over. Well, not except the 9. But Peter.
But he's going to lead out.
Doing what? Yeah, you got to bet with that if you're gonna get him out.
You see, and in that position, I'm always betting because I don't want to show my hand.
Right.
Keep you guessing. You think I have a jack, you think I have an ace. Anything that could beat you, I have.
Pocket 10s.
Pocket 9s. 9, 10.
At that point, doesn't
King
matter.
10.
You could have had 7 deuce.
King 10,
You bet
King
him out
10
of the
got
hand.
there on the river.
Right.
You know? I called your 4K for a gut shot, and I got there.
I didn't have it.
The stories are endless.
You're not allowed to fold.
Peter pulls back some of his chips from seat 1.
You can do it all you want after the hand. Or you
Oh,
can,
well, you're going to see it on TV in a minute.
I'm not going to see
Yep.
I can't even believe it.
See everything. Usually the next day.
8s again.
Fantastic.
For Tim, he got rewarded for folding 7 deuce.
Raise all in.
Ships it.
And says, come get it. Come get my snowman.
If you got 10s, come get it, right?
Out. 11,
Thinking of a call with 9, 10 suited.
12,
He did raise it to 3K though, pre,
13.2,
and he got 3-bet to all in.
13.2 final
Well,
answer.
6 players. and
Final answer.
half of them won. Talk about that. Well, I put
2 overs.
earlier.
Probably going to fold.
Straight.
Well, the math says something.
I mean, it is a race.
The worst part about it was that
Show him your
not only
8s.
did he not know
Yeah.
what to say, but he just told you.
You folded your 2 overs.
Conch Poker TV is rating with a party of 10.
You were
Thank
right.
God I put them on.
Bold move.
I don't know what that means.
He was only a financial.
Well, I was
advisor
making
for
a,
how many
a
years?
gaming geek
And
joke.
made
I play
millions and
FF14 in my
millions
spare time, and we don't raid with anything less than 24.
And now put
It's just liquid death to do so with less.
Conch Poker TV.
That's it.
What does that mean?
Because he
Honk Poker TV. But all kidding aside, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us.
just like Bernie Madoff.
Bringing a $65 satellite into the first flight of our multi-flight 100K guarantee $300 buy-in tournament.
Wow, this
Our intrepid players here are trying to win their way in to the multi-flight.
Yeah, honest.
For the low price of $65. We will be having these satellites tomorrow and Friday as well
Go to Home Depot. I'm like that.
to get into the following morning's $300
Driver and the next screwdriver.
multi-flight.
Huh?
Day 2 and as well as final table will be on Sunday.
Tile, though. Shingles?
No, they're these really cool.
Well, I have a guy that comes to change my filter.
Thank you, Conk Poker TV, for rating our channel.
Yes.
Seems you're bringing some of your community to us. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah, it's
24. So
always nice
Because they had a.
for the poker communities to hang out with us, see what we're about.
After they're dry in, they have to wait for the inspection.
Tony's folding top pair kind of quickly.
Day to put
Not sure about that move.
all the caps on.
Mike folded.
12 guys.
Oh, I got it backwards. Okay. I was gonna say, like, how do you fold top pair there?
Is it hard to walk on them?
You don't. You fold middle
Yeah,
pair.
you really can't walk.
I mean, how do you go up and expect
I mean, he did have a
Second pair,
terrible
right.
kicker.
You can walk on because they're on one. They're on 2x2s. So if you walk
Or is it the best kicker available?
It's like the,
We'll leave that to you guys. Post a vote.
Which I don't know how to do yet. I'm sure there's a way.
There is a way when there's a will.
All right, gonna lead it off with Kevin this time.
I will.
He's gotten some pretty good hands last few orbits.
Did he just fold ace jack?
Yeah. No, he
Raise
folded
3,000.
Jack Deuce out of turn. Kev's got the ace jack. Ace jack.
Oh,
suited,
oh, oh.
And he's gonna.
I see. I
Well,
see.
I didn't tell people what to invest in. I just executed.
you invested their money for them.
Just execute.
Made them millions.
That's such a poker thing to say.
No, somebody gave me.
All right, Peter's going to play along with Queen 10 offsuits. Heads up action.
Tried to get the best price, which was a great job because
Hits the 10 in the window.
Yeah, ace though.
But Kevin gets the ace.
like
Yeah.
just talk. You know, you yell and screaming all the
Do you
time.
know what he's talking about, though? Right? Yeah, of course. So back in the 80s,
3,000.
A jack on the turn will increase his outs.
Yep. Kev with a continuation bet.
I get
Just a
rid of
little
it.
3K.
And then that night, out partying all night long, right, Pete?
Well, it's a solid move, whether you have it or not, the continuation bet.
Mm-hmm.
After raising pre-flop.
And you knew
Tends
all
to
them guys,
confuse your
too, didn't you?
opponent. Whereas just a call and then a bet would give away the plot that he's got an ace.
Especially when it's checked to you.
Well, Peter smells
Good
an
fold.
ace.
10.
Yep.
Shows the ace.
I wouldn't have shown it. He obviously made the correct read. Why would you reward that and confirm that?
Thanks, dude. Thanks a
That's exactly why I make that bet on the river.
Well, that's the thing. He didn't have to show, but he chose to show. And like, why? No, I will never show or give away information. I've had this debate several times with Brooklyn
I
B-Man,
actually invented something on Wall Street.
who believes in giving away a little information so as to tell a story, you know, to confuse your opponent later. And I see the merits of it.
I show one bluff a day when I play cash.
There's so much to keep track of in a tournament as it is. I don't need to keep track of a narrative as well. So
Right.
I just go with that rigid. Just if you want to see my cards,
Pay
pay
for
the
it.
price.
All the guys that you see.
I feel the same.
Get all the
But
information you want, but you gotta pay.
I do show one bluff a day because when I do want that caller, they make that call.
iPads.
And it puts some people on extreme tilt. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to do that.
I don't think I'd be playing on 65.
Yeah, I do see players react quite negatively to being shown a bluff. Like, how dare you bluff me, even though bluffing is a critical element of this game.
I like
But
to
how dare you do it to me?
Yeah, of course. They all think that
Bluff everybody
You can
else,
bluff
but not
anybody but
me.
them.
Yeah. Well, with this flop, we've got it all in here.
Kevin got a gut shot. Tom has a gut shot. And
Tom's got the
Timmy
top
has 2
pair,
overs.
yeah. As well as a gut shot.
Timmy goes all in with 2 overs. This is going to be a tough decision for these 2 players. Both of them with a gut shot. Or open-ended, I'm sorry.
Well,
Oh, no,
goes
it is a
back
gut
to
shot.
what-
They need a 5.
Yeah, but,
I'm sorry.
Well, Tom's got top pair. And we saw earlier the flop top 2 pair against a straight.
Mm-hmm. Didn't hold. Right?
But those
Yeah,
were
didn't hold.
very high cards. If you flopped a straight here, you've got 5-7.
Right.
I mean, is anybody playing 5-7 with any kind of raise pre-flop at this stage? I don't think they are.
No, but they could be playing pocket 8s or pocket 6s.
Yes. It's too good. It's too good
But
not
not-
to see it, Tom.
Not under the gun.
Ooh, and Tom lets go of the top pair. Kevin lets go of the second best pair. Oh, and he's not gonna show you.
I think that makes...
And I love that. That's the exact correct. If players, and I'll never ask, hey, what'd you have?
Mm-hmm.
When I'm playing. If a player just turns them up and just gives the information away, okay.
Free info.
But that doesn't mean I'm gonna, because I showed mine. What do you have? I'm like, I didn't ask you to show. You did that all on your own.
We got Kevin in the box here. He's doing a great job.
Yep.
Great dealer here at PBKC.
Very excitable.
Very friendly, super good guy.
Yep. He's so sweet, he just might give you a diabetes.
Yeah, yeah. When you do pseudo connectors and you
Yeah, and I
hit
got
part of it.
But,
then what do you do?
I mean, I'm like, when you go all in, 816. You gotta have an overpair.
All right, 2 big hands here on the button and the small blind, waiting to see the big blind's hand.
It's probably 9-4.
Yeah, 7 deuce. And 7 deuce will get there. 9-4 will get there.
Yeah, well, gonna have to call a raise. I'm willing to bet.
I'm willing to bet you're right.
3600.
Well, that's the tough part of making the correct call, my friend. Nobody's there to bet against
Pocket
us.
10s.
We need somebody to take that bet. Nobody's taking that bet.
Everybody's blocking each other's
Everybody's
straights.
got pretty good
Wow.
hand.
And that would be the flop.
Where's the Nintendo hand when I need it?
There comes the
There's
ace.
the ace.
And
4,000.
everybody picks up a flush draw, but Peter is leading them.
Yep,
Timmy snap folds
Yeah.
pocket 10s.
Kevin's
To the
snap
ace.
bet. 4K. Peter's got a nut flush draw.
He's got to pull out his glasses to think about this one.
Does he want to chase it though? For
1 card to
4K,
come.
I mean 4K. And I'm looking at
I'm
their
like,
chip
what
stacks.
the crap
4K
is
into a
going on
16K pot. I mean, he is getting the right pot odds to chase.
It is a 16% chance.
Hollywood or what, man?
It does not come.
Ooh! Oh, Tens hates himself.
2,000.
Tens
Yes.
hates himself right now.
100%.
Yeah, and with the blinds being 1,600, that 2K bet is just, I've got it, but I want your money.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a call me bet.
And a 2K into a 20K pot, you're probably going to get it.
But this is exactly what I'm talking about. Making that min bet
Yeah.
and not showing my hand. If you
Right.
fold, you don't get to see.
With
But if you
king
call,
high, Peter calls.
but he calls
Right,
and he
wants
gets
to
max
see-
value.
He wants the information.
He gets max value
He's
for
not
it.
calling because he thinks king high is good there.
Absolutely.
Straying over something that you had another.
Just want to be like, I'm not getting bluffed, am I? No, he's got it.
And that's
Had it the
exactly
whole
why
way.
I play that way. You get that max value. If I have to show my hand, you're going to pay for it. And I'm going to make you...
A shame
Pay
Nancy,
me something
shame
that-
Nancy didn't play that hand, or wasn't playing here. 'Cause
Yeah,
she'd
she
never-
would have called.
She never would have let pocket tens go.
No, she knew it was coming on the river.
And tens would have boated up. But that's part of it too. When you fold that hand, you have to forget about it instantly.
Fold and turn your head.
Yep.
Don't look at the river.
Hit that 2-outer, but hey, there's a reason you don't chase that 2-outer to the river.
That's right.
It only hits about 3% of the time. And that just happened to be that 3%.
17 players remaining currently.
There must have been a strain of carnage since last time I checked it, because it was 27.
Yes.
So in the course of the last time I checked, roughly 15 minutes ago, we lost 10 players.
Yes. That is incredible. That's how this
in the
goes.
room.
So that means that, what did I say, 17? 7 more players will get tickets. 7 more players before the final 10 get seats. And the 11th place is due $87 unless they come to an agreement between the 11 players.
And I've seen cruelty in games like this, where, you know, well, just one more, let's just kick in for, you know, the bubble. But then you look at this poor player that only has like 2K left.
Yeah, and you're
And
like,
then you're like, you know what? That blind's coming up. Let's they'll say, let's see if they survive the blind before we talk.
Peter getting jiggities.
No, that's Quagmire. Peter's.
I always wonder if it's born and raised here.
Trying to think of how much to raise here. He gets re-raised, or raised on the flop, or pre-flop to 4K, and he just flat calls.
Jax.
New York, New Jersey.
Jax is an extreme hand for me.
I hate Jax.
I either knock over the table with it, or I just get absolutely crushed. I don't seem to have any middle ground with Jax.
I hate
play
Jax.
them.
I hate Jax so much that most of the
Yeah?
time I fold him pre-flop.
Fold him?
Fold him. Get him away from me. I've lost too many hands.
I'll say this about Jackson. I
If-
definitely, well, there was a raise first, so yeah, I would call then, but I'm never limping with them. That much is certain.
Yeah. Especially not to a raise.
Right.
35. Call.
But Peter just called it.
That tall Josh coming into the stream.
Nice table of players. Yeah, well, we just checked the player count between here and the 15-minute delay. Don't get attached to any of them.
Yes.
I don't know who, but I do have a number of who's going bye-bye.
And
Jax
Jax win this time. See, even he says,
yeah, he says,
even
I
with
mean,
the Jax,
it's
you have no
so
idea.
Extreme. I mean,
I hate him so much.
I've legit.
Either I'm shoving all in pre-flop to a raise, or I'm folding.
I was playing a tournament where I wasn't sure how well I was going to do, because I had about an average stack, and I got Jax, and I just played him big. I ended up knocking out 3 players and crippling a 4th.
Wow.
And I ended up cashing that tournament. So I'm like, you know what?
I mean, I've had hands like that.
I mean,
with
then other
Jax,
times
but
I've played him big and ran smack into aces.
right.
Pocket aces, like, ooh, damn.
The room downstairs has a new car smell. That would probably be because
Yeah, the
all
new
of the tables that you just put in there. We have some brand new, beautiful tables downstairs
I
for
helped
cash.
unload them for like 10 minutes.
I'm just hoping to get one of the old ones.
I didn't know we could lay claim to them, but you can have my claim.
Okay. I'm just going to meet them by the dumpster out back.
Okay.
He did rush him. I mean,
8-9 for Tim. Folding the nuts again.
I haven't been downstairs since Sunday, as Wednesday is not my regular day. When I do Wednesday, it's I'm on the live stream. So hopefully the new car smell is
They
there.
do look.
Is still there tomorrow when I go in.
I believe there's still more to install in the back area, so I believe you'll get that new car smell for another week.
did you check?
Just like that new chair smell when they first came in.
Figure out how to leave with one. It's yours.
Figure out how to leave with one and it's yours. I can tie it to the roof of my car.
I mean, I was gonna say, I mean, if you got a truck like Jake's, because Jake's got that big, you know, manly quad cab.
No, I'll take it apart. I'll take it apart and tie the
So he
tie the
probably-
thing to my
he
the
probably
top of my
could.
car.
First story, right? When he hit the royal flush.
I can make this work,
Jake's
Josh.
got that big old quad cab with the kind of truck that my father used to call a redneck Cadillac.
Peter is running hot right now. Picks up AK.
16? Yes, sir. And
You know they do rent out pickup trucks at Home Depot for the hour. It's like $20.
You want a table that bad, dude?
Well, my wife and I were talking when we bought this house, and we said we're either going to get a poker table or a pool table. So for the front. And I think if I showed up at home with a poker table, there's no question that she can't argue.
Wow. So how long have you known your wife? Like 20 minutes?
I said,
Almost.
Wives can always
Home Depot
argue,
trucks are
you know,
always
they're like,
more
she
than
can't
20.
argue
They
with
are.
This. I'm like, yeah, she will
so I
find
put
a
my
way.
money up
They
on
are a little more than 20 bucks.
It's like Jurassic Park. They'll find a way.
Yeah. But you put it on that Home Depot credit card and deal with it later.
So he goes, that's a sucker's bet. That's a sucker's bet.
I could absolutely
It's like
sternly
a-
say to my
so
wife,
then
2 plus
I
2
tried
equals
to
4.
like some
She'll
money.
come up with something.
Oh, it was better then for me. So I
It's
got-
actually 22, honey.
Something like that, right. See, you put the dues together, it's
He
22.
didn't have the money
So
up
come
top.
up with something like that.
You know, he still won $7,500 or whatever, but I mean,
Yeah, how much would you have won?
well,
Was it a progressive?
it actually was, but I don't know.
Not much more.
Kings
He
for
would have
Timmy
got
this round.
5,000 up top. I know that. but
Timmy
the
and
progressive was a royal
Peter
flush.
just getting all the hands right now.
Right.
Got a royal flush
Great
card, but I
hands.
don't know if he had
Easy
to
game
dealt
when the
it,
cards are falling your way.
Absolutely.
or it was run. You know,
3,200.
I don't
For
know.
the progressive, you normally have to have beat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I tried to go to 3K, but
that was like,
the blinds
I
are
don't
up,
know,
so
180 grand or
32. Ooh, top of fives. Pretty sweet.
something. You know, I like the slots like
Tim
that.
not going to play Doyle.
Fast.
All in.
All of it with the
5,500.
9s. And he's going to be very sad when it gets back to Timmy, who has kings, who goes all in over the top, it looks like.
How much is that?
He does. Tom's asking for a count.
$15,200.
That's about half a Tom's stack, and he's like, you know what, 5s aren't that great. Maybe would have called the first all in. So we've got K's versus 9s. Oh, and the Kennel Club hand has to, winner has to fight itself.
Okay, 9s.
9's my lucky number. King
And
gets
there's
there,
the
though.
king.
Drawing to 2 9s, and he misses.
Yeah, nope.
Elimination for Mike. Timmy gets all those chips.
Mike hadn't been getting very good cards, like at all. Got a pocket pair. Thought maybe this was my spot, but ran into kings.
Whatever he had, 5,000.
Yeah, it's tough when you're short stacked and you're waiting for your spot, and it just doesn't come. And then when it finally does, nope, pocket king. Sorry.
Another one was out.
Hold the action?
Yeah, I think this is where the table carnage
we don't
starts.
know.
Because we have other tables going at this point, and they kind of gotta
You're supposed to know that.
they kind of gotta balance the tables as we go.
Yeah. But the only one of them missing or something. I don't know.
Well, 10, 9, who the hell knows?
One over here.
All right, I'm 15 minutes behind the live numbers, but the live numbers say we have 16 players remaining.
Kev, keep going, right?
All right.
What do we got? We got 9 players.
Our tournament director, Kevin, says keep going. Knows what he's doing. He'll get them tables balanced. I think the biggest problem is he needs to break a table.
Go hang out.
No, it's going to be 1-on-1.
As we catch up here, or not catch up, but 15 minutes behind. When we get down to the point where we have 18 players, he'll need to break a table, and then we'll fill up and have 2 full tables for a while.
No, I meant
Peter gonna play the Kennel Club hand.
table gets
Raise.
to
You can't limp. You can't limp.
whatever. That's what he said. I hope they knock each other out.
Small, big.
They both had a king, but Kevin's
I
is
had
just a
the
little
Kennel
better,
Club down there.
and he played it like it was.
Of course. Pete's in my seat.
No, 9's here.
No, 9's here. Pete, out.
No,
Move.
no, no, no.
No, 9's here.
All right, like to remind
now you
everybody,
got trouble.
this is a satellite into our September monthly multi-flight. It begins tomorrow, our first flight, and we will have several flights, Thursday, Friday, and I believe Friday night and Saturday night as well. Day 2 will be Sunday, as well as the final table. 100K guaranteed. You can play multiple flights if you like.
4,200.
And if you advance to day 2 in multiple flights, you can turn in your smaller bag for a min cash and go forward with your biggest stack. So it's a really great format. Just come on in. You can buy tickets, or if the $300 buy-in is giving you a little bit of sticker shock, you can play one of these satellites here. $65 satellite will get you in. And depending on the player pool, or how many players we get, will determine how many tickets for the multi-flight are given away for the following morning's flight.
I'll be sitting with seat 8 because he's in 9.
Back to action now. We've got ace
7,000.
10 suited for Peter, Jake 10 for Timmy, and Tony just bet 7K on his 8s. Best hand so far.
What did I hit? That's okay.
Well, serious action. Peter put his glasses back on.
There's a couple of screw-ups.
Ace heart flush that you hit on the river.
Oh, yeah. I try to do that with another hand. Too.
And not
Put
much
a
doing
king
on
of
that
clubs.
flop, so good spot for 8s to bet and take down the pot.
Small blind, big blind, please.
I did have a red suited ace.
Yeah,
It's just the wrong suit.
Called my all in with on the turn. He just said he's back. I have 100
So how you been? It's nice to see you. I haven't seen you here in a long, long time. I haven't really been here.
More calisthenics?
Yes. Got to get my steps in. My wife's texting me now about a poker table. Thanks, Josh. Consider one of them gone.
Action back around to Timmy in the small blind with ace king, and he says, I'm through playing around. Let's get it all in. Tom's like, I only got queen 10, dude. Calm down.
Small blind, big blind, please.
I don't have nothing special.
I drink orange juice.
I guess you threw Mountain Dew.
He does. Snuck one by him.
We got you, buddy.
I think Mountain Dew should sponsor me. I can get my money back for the teeth that I had
I
to get
think they did
replaced.
already sponsor you. They don't sponsor you the same way other companies do. They take your teeth and
They
say,
take your teeth. Yeah.
A new player,
I
Biscuit,
do know that.
apparently.
Yeah, right?
Well, yeah, but the guy
I like biscuits.
after he bought his
Yeah.
new Porsche 911,
With gravy.
he said to me,
That's right.
You can now soak your teeth in
You
now.
can always,
Alright.
tell, you can always tell the natives.
New players coming in, so Peter and Timmy are not getting
Yeah,
hands
so
anymore.
It looks like, well, obviously we're behind 15 minutes from live action, but clearly we're down to 18 from this perspective. 2 full tables.
Hey, welcome, young fella. I didn't even see you sit down there. How are you, my friend?
Everything about
What is
biscuits.
your first name?
You can always tell the natives around here.
Tom, right?
Brought in some biscuits and gravy one time, and some of the other dealers from up north are like, what is that?
20 years, huh?
Like, dude, seriously? You never had biscuits and gravy?
Small blind, big blind.
I had to explain how biscuits and gravy work. They're like, is that like grits? I'm like, no. No, it's not like grits.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Mikey, are you going home?
No, I didn't need no points. I'm below 50.
I'm actually not sure if points count. Do points count?
Yeah.
For this?
No, I think he was talking about getting
Right.
points before this to get his ticket, but he said he's below 50, so he's out of the running.
Man, Peter with aces again. Why can't the deck hit me square between the eyes like it does for Peter?
Raise.
Raise.
Well, we knew that part,
She
Peter.
did? Yeah, I was wondering.
How much, though?
She made the final table yesterday.
He's like, I really want at least one person to call, so I can't scare everybody out. But I also don't want like 6 people to call.
7,000.
7,000. About a 5.5x raise. I'm sorry, 4.5. 4.5. There's really not a lot of hands out here that could play. Like Queen 5, 7-3.
No, I was actually thinking someone might have freaking called.
Small blind, big blind.
And Peter shows the aces.
Yeah.
He's got the highest VPIP at the table, but that's because he keeps getting
It
hands.
helps that the hands he's getting. I mean, I'd have a VPIP that high too if I got aces and kings and
I
everything.
call would I like it over
Blinds are
card?
1-2, guys. Blinds are 1-2.
7-3 a club.
Oh, 1-2.
Yeah, explain. It's aces. Aces can be tricky pre-flop. Like I said, you definitely want action, but when 6 people are in a hand with you, you're like, yeah, I don't want this much action. I'm gonna get cracked for sure.
Oh, Peter gets
are you
aces
kidding
again.
me?
What the heck?
Gotta be kidding
And
me,
Biscuit
bro.
has Biscuit is under the gun with one of the aces, and he's gonna get raised
I'm
free
sorry,
right
with a name
here.
like that, I have to root for Biscuit. I mean, it's not even. It's
Flop's
not even a
gonna come
choice.
Jack Jack. Jack Jack.
No, Jack Jack. No, it's gonna be Jack Jack.
Peter
No,
gets
I was gonna say
aces
case ace.
back to back. Kevin just putting the work in.
Oh, and Biscuit with AJ. Oh, and it's a snap call from Peter.
What?
Unless the card reader is engaging in shenanigans. Could be.
There must have been a misread here.
I'm gonna call shenanigans on that back-to-back aces. Well, Tim. Well, maybe not. Tim got Queen 5 again. Yeah, man, the frustration in his fold. Like,
Get
as
this
he
out of
throws in
here.
the cards.
There definitely has been a misread here. Maybe they didn't clear the hands from last hand.
6 behind me? I'm fine with it. Did that earlier.
Doesn't change what I said earlier. I mean, with a name like Biscuit. Come on, how do you not root for Biscuit? Let's go, Biscuit. Go get some gravy.
Yeah. She's been dead since 1994, but she always told me I
Okay, I was going to say, if Peter gets aces again.
Then we have a serious problem.
Yeah.
He's pulling him out of his sleeve.
Hey, I want to wait a few camps. Oh my
Timmy with 8K now.
Timmy!
Timmy!
Raising to 6K with his AK. Fives are getting around, huh?
Fold, fold.
Yeah, there's just nothing to call with.
He says I'm supposed to call this.
No, you aren't. That would be a terrible call.
Small blind, big blind, please.
It would be a hideous call. Arguably the worst ever.
It's probably live.
No, it isn't.
There's probably some 8s in that deck.
There's some things players say while I'm playing and dealing that I really love, that I think are hysterical and are a great part of my job.
tried that
And then
earlier,
there's
too.
these other things they say that I just can't frickin' stand.
Mikey's hand works
Like,
very well.
I'm live. Like,
7, 9, 12.
no, you aren't live. You're deader than Kenny in the first 3 seasons of South Park.
Are your
Stop saying
are
that.
your hands in the muck? All right, hand 33. Timmy picks up 3-3, and he folds it.
Well, not gonna play the trays. Huh?
Tom now with Ace King, and it's suited.
Jack 9, then I switched to King Jack.
You gotta have that 8-10.
That was probably worse.
6,000.
So now my favorite hand is anything I could freaking win with.
6,000 is the bet.
Josh, my wife is currently online looking at table felts for a new table.
Right.
I'm sorry. Did Peter just raise
19,000.
with Jack 8 suited? He raised with authority.
He's running hot. Might as
Pretty
well,
bad.
right?
It's but Jack 8 suited. It's not bad, but it's also not aces. It's also not kings, which he had been getting.
Maybe it's
which
his
is
favorite hand. We don't know.
why he's running. I'm like,
Tom's
going
gonna
to
go all in.
That. If I'm Tom, it's like, why not?
Snap calls the all-in. Maybe we're not seeing something. He has jacks.
Ooh, he has jacks. 2 jacks.
2 of the same card.
What cards?
No way.
Come on.
Suited. Uh-oh.
Ooh. wait a second. Now he wants
Flops
him to
the
catch
flush
a jack.
draw.
He's like, please, give him a jack.
Black 3.
River card.
Oh, and
9.
Peter's going to take it down here.
Go, Pete. You got me.
Sorry.
No one's ever sorry. And even if the reader was right, Jack 8 would have hit a straight.
Yeah, you
Oh,
think?
hell yeah.
Broadway draw with the nut butt. And 2 over.
And that just proves your earlier point.
Get by without somebody.
He had so many outs.
No, that's called clean living.
He flopped an open-ended straight. He turned a flush draw.
Christmas Eve.
They're like, I've got all these outs. I'm too big to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And then he failed.
I'm glad I didn't just shove him.
Why?
No, he raised to 6. This is a survival tournament.
Right. I
As
mean,
any other
I'm
tournament,
really
I'm
not
showing.
playing. Yeah, I'm just trying to get through it.
Yeah.
You know. I'm not complaining about it.
Well, of course not. Why would you? Look at those
I
chips.
think he has a ticket anyway. He's just trying to
Who would complain ever? Just in
think
case you were confused as where we were located, we are here coming to you live from the PBKC Poker Room in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Yep, 1111 North Congress. Just press 1 for a while. You'll find us.
Or just ask Siri. You know, nobody ever really knows directions anymore, and Siri knows everything.
Google, Siri.
Siri, take me to the Action Palace.
10,600.
That would be cool.
To which Siri
We should,
would yell like, I saw you on the stream last week. Are you sure you want to go there?
I saw what happened to you. You came in last. You were knocked out on the bubble. Are you sure you want to go back?
Ouch. I think I'd rather finish last.
Bubble buddy. Ow.
Than go out on the bubble. Send me home early. Drown my sorrows in,
Tomorrow's tournament.
I was going to say adult beverages and entertainment.
So we're not seeing hands here, but
No.
Tim did
Also
go
not
all
seeing
in.
Any action? Yeah, Tim went all in and snap fold-orama.
I had King Jack of clubs, to be honest.
Action, action, action.
It worked today. That was the
Gonna rake in those chips, stack up, and move on to the next hand.
It's always fun to win a round of antes and blinds, especially when they're up. Keep going up.
And they're coming
1,000,
around to you.
Yeah, 1,000, 2,000, 2,000. Every orbit's going to cost you 5K. So if you're a little on the short side, you're going to have to start thinking about opening up that range.
I'm sure.
I do believe we're gonna color up these black chips here soon and get them out of the way.
Yep. 8, 16, 16 hunch was the last level that we have used for them. So most players like having the huge towers of black chips, but we don't really go for that kind of chip intimidation here. Considering we have another tournament tonight, so the tournament director, he really wants those black chips back.
I didn't get another one.
So he's like, I'm gonna have to color these up for you guys.
Yeah, 10 and 11. I guess that's what I said.
He's like, here you go, buddy. Doesn't even bother to let the dealer handle it. He's just like, here you go, bro. You win. Happy birthday.
Take them.
Merry Christmas. All that stuff.
Just give the 11
The
person.
levels were crazy. Guys, and it's easier to do that. Just give the ticket and that's it.
Yeah.
You give the guy his money, you give the cash.
Yeah, that's what he got. It's like 3
So what do we gotta go 6 more years?
No, I think we're coloring
Chip
black.
recount because this is Florida and we can do that.
What do we turn the
Recounts abound.
I could probably maybe buy someone. What is that?
Yep, goes right to the biggest stack and his giant towers and is like, nah, kid. We're going to have to color that up.
Use that as your point.
Use that as your blind.
Yep.
Ship all them black chips.
We're all about efficiency here at PBKC. All right, Biscuit's all in. He put his cards directly in the box, so we don't know what his hand is, but we might. Somebody calls. Kevin's got 10-7.
How much is he all in for?
10,200. 10,200.
10,002. Well, here's 2 more.
Here's 2 more. actually. Here's 5 more with the antes and blinds, which he just won.
1, 2, 2, guys.
So it's 2-2. Are you collecting the black?
Why didn't get paid for it? Yeah, I'll continue to buy blacks if you want. 5? Here. I got 5,000. 3,000. I didn't know you could do that. He's leaving back. Take it.
There's your 2 minutes. If you guys give it to me, I can do it. Like I said.
Fold, fold. Apparently nobody likes their hand.
How could you with 9 deuce?
Peter don't like it either. Not sure Kevin ever put his cards in the box, so we don't get to know what he had. That tall Josh says I'd love to see one of these players at the final on Sunday. Well,
Me too. I'll be there.
given the player count we have remaining in this tournament, it's a safe bet several of them will at least be in tomorrow's flight to have a chance to get to Sunday.
6-3.
Personally, I'm rooting for Biscuit. Gotta get Biscuit.
Biscuit FTW for the win.
Told you I'm a gaming geek. Don't tell me what FTW means. I know.
You might, but the other people on the stream might not.
That's all Josh says. Who doesn't love biscuits? With gravy. Of course, Biscuit keeps folding aces, and that's it's kind of irritating me a little bit. It's like, buddy, you're not gonna move on.
And gravy.
I said
Kajfla.
you can always tell who's from down here. Biscuits and gravy. Breakfast of champions.
Should I go up and stir the room up? We're doing all the work.
Then they'll go slow, you know that.
Ball forward, take your base. See? They're not all hockey jokes here on the live stream when I'm on. Get some baseball humor too.
And we got Chris in the box now. Pitching these cards out, getting them around the table, moving on to the next hand pretty quick.
All right, Biscuit's up first. Again, we can't see his cards. Maybe the machine's protecting him from me, so I don't see him fold them aces. Kevin raising it up with his ace. Timmy folding his.
It was a weak one. Until the flop.
Fold-a-rama. Not much action at the Action Palace. A lot of pre-flop raising and folding. It's almost like they're nervous, like they don't want to get too involved. It's like we're getting close to some kind of cutoff or something. I could be wrong.
Who's the bubble?
Don't nobody want to be the bubble.
I'm sure I could do something stupid.
Bubble buddies.
Peter with a K8 suited. Oh, I guess he'll only play if it's aces or kings. Or jacks, which we thought was Jack 8.
You probably end up winning with it. That's how it went out in last month's.
Tim's looking at a suited AK. He's got his hands on his chips already. He's like, I can't wait to get this in.
I think we had another misread.
No. That's not a misread. A short stack all in with
Oh,
an
the
AK
cutoff.
suited.
I'm sorry. I misread it.
can't get any action.
630.
Come on, if you want to eliminate the short stacks, guys, somebody has to call. You'd have called with 10s. Oh, no, it's Sancy. You would have called with 9-8.
Yes, every time. Not every time, but a lot of times. At this point in the tournament, I'm probably just going to fold everything.
I mean, when the short stack's all in like that, I mean, and I have a stack like Peter's, I'm like,
Well,
let's see.
a stack like Peter's, maybe.
Any pocket pair, I'm calling.
Maybe.
That bet.
But you said it was 8-9.
No, I mean, if both of my cards are above a 10 in any combination,
Oh.
I'm calling.
Yes.
If I have suited connectors, I'm calling.
Let's see, how big is his stack? Just shy of 10K, so he just scooped up
Well, that's
5
after
of
he
it,
scooped
so
up
he had
Ray.
5,800.
He was all in for 4,800 with AK.
Yeah, I'm calling.
Suited. I'm like,
I was on Poker Star.
I'm calling with 8-9 for 4,800 with a stack of 40K, 50K.
I think
Wow.
over an hour, I don't think I ever had cards that added up
Peter, where's Peter?
for
I
like.
think his stack is incorrect. I think he has more than 20K.
yeah, I think he has about 10 times that amount.
10, 20, 20, 40, 60, 70. He's got about just shy of 80K.
All right, Queen 10 against 9s. And, what do
And
we
it's
got?
337.
So, 9s driving the boat thus far. And Peter's like, nah, you can have it.
They fly.
Yeah.
They do fly.
Yeah, these cards are a little bit heavier than our regular table cards.
RFID cards.
Yeah. They have a little chip inside we got to protect. You bend it wrong, you break the chip, and it's all over for that card. And they are quite expensive, from what I understand.
Raise. 45.
Luckily, I don't have to float that bill.
It's always me and you, man.
Well, we'll say I'm alive.
And
I just say
this
I
time,
was
just him.
a cigarette.
15 players remain.
We are playing to 10, maybe 11. We shall see when we get to that bubble. Tim making it a good distance after the break here. He started with 10K. He surrendered his stack of 3,700, bought back in for $65, started back with 10K, and he's still sitting here with 15 players remaining. It's not easy to do, especially coming into blinds at 488 with 10,000.
Not at all. Fifth of your stack, every orbit.
Mm-hmm.
Got to make moves early and often.
He has been getting the cards at the right time. AKs, pocket aces, pocket tens. He's getting some good hands and being able to scoop up the blinds pre by shipping all in. And nobody else having anything worth playing.
Nothing for anybody. Tony's got himself a gut shot.
Pretty easy bet here for Tony, given that the big blind could literally have anything. Right. If you lead out, you can see and find out all the information you need. So it was a good bet there by Tony. I respect it. Peter says, I can't sit around any longer. I will be back.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's see him miss out on aces.
That would be hilarious.
I hope Chris put his cards
Chris,
in the
start
box.
putting his cards in the box. He can't hear me from the future.
Peter, he did. He had 8-10.
Piano Club.
Timmy!
Man.
Timmy Johns.
Nada.
For anybody.
K9 still in charge.
As it should be.
Dun, 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 dun.
Both of them picking up a gut shot. For a chop.
Those outs are deceptive for Ralph, as half of them are chop outs. Only a jack will see him win. Nobody believes in their hand. First player to bet wins. Deuce of hearts.
K9 gonna take it down.
I was aching. Somebody bet, please.
They wanted to show each other's hands.
I'll bet a natty ice.
I'll bet a high five. Cost way less.
Not way less.
About 500 pennies less.
Depends on where you get them.
That's true. All right, he puts Peter's cards in the box again. Thank you.
Nice.
And Biscuit gonna ship it with ace-10 off. Oh, we didn't get to
Let's
see
go,
Peter's cards
Biscuit.
this time. Kevin with ace-9 off.
Thinking about it.
Call.
No. Ralph with 10-8. No.
Thinking about it. Makes the fold.
J9 suited. I mean, I've seen worse.
It does seem blinds have gone up to 15-3. We just haven't
Yeah.
updated it yet. Give him one more hand.
Wow, just going to give up half your stack like that without a fight? In blackjack, that's called surrendering. Give up half the money to...
Yeah.
See it first?
Yes.
He could not contend with the awesome power that is biscuits.
Probably had an ace, right? I mean,
He had biscuits,
He sure did.
and that's all you need to know.
He had gravy. Fold, fold, fold.
Fold-a-rama.
Alright, guys, stop talking about me.
Oh, we were
Never.
talking about you. We were talking about
Always says
folding your
I'm back,
aces.
so we could stop talking about you. I'm like, never.
Oh, you know, I was quiet.
A lot of folding happening right now at the Action Palace.
This displeases me.
Tim gonna make the call with Queen 10
Tony's
off.
like, free flop for my 5 deuce? Okay. Wow, Tim flopped the world, and he's not even going to get your last 2,800 in to try to do something with it?
I think he's hoping that Tony puts it in.
Take a hike with the
Shows his
5
5 deuce. All in a snap fold. Easy snap fold too.
No matter what you did, free flop or
I wanted you, I hope you were hitting that ace. I said, maybe hit that ace.
bad an ace, I put you in free. I'll see all 5 cards.
I got lucky.
You almost got to see all 5.
Indeed.
I got lucky. 2 tens right there. I got lucky. You gotta be
Did you have a
lucky.
10?
Yeah, I did. I hit queen
I
10.
wasn't
just,
watching.
I just limped in and he
Yeah.
said check, and then 2 tens came out.
That was perfect timing.
Yeah, that's
That
perfect.
doesn't suck.
Needed it to need a blinds again. That's all.
Come on, play that suited ace, Biscuit. No, don't fold it.
At this point in the tournament, it's a good time to just fold some hands. Let everybody else take
Yeah,
each
but
other out.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, but
That's what everybody's been doing.
he's
They've been
waiting
folding
for
all the
better.
hands.
He's waiting for better hands like king, queen, ace, king,
All in.
pocket pairs. Ralph going all in with ace off. Gonna get a lot of folds and maybe a call from Timmy. 9,300 more to call. It's a 3-bet. Makes
Says,
the
"Let's
call.
go." King Queen versus.
He knows he's against an ace.
8. So 1 over. It's a coin flip.
Oh,
Not
and
anymore.
Ralph is gonna take it and get a double up.
11. No, 300. No, I had ace dish. Would've won.
I hit a 9 though. I hit a 9.
Oh, did he? Oh, I thought he had ace 8.
He did. He had ace 8, but I hit a 5.
Oh. Yeah.
I didn't want to call.
He said I didn't want to call.
I had 3 6.
I love when you can't remember what hand you used.
Oh, well, they were
Like
so
you threw
bad.
it
It was
because
like,
they were so bad. Yeah.
I think it was 3 6. You know what? The shame of it is you ain't kidding.
On to hand 47, and Peter's got a 47.
And another one.
Yeah, but Ralph's is suited.
But it was suited.
I still can't believe that Bannon called me that one time. I told the story earlier. And the $300, $100 I forgot where the blinds were, but like 3x the blinds, pocket kings, and when you to my left and called and Bannon.
Would he have an ace?
No, he won the hand with queen 3, offsuit.
Queen 3?
Yeah.
What do you get, 2 pair right in the flop?
Yeah, I don't remember. I was just shocked that.
His fades.
Hey, you think
Yeah,
that's
queen 3 offsuit
Behind
when
the
I had
blind.
kings and he even called.
Yeah,
When I, 3 or 4x the bet.
We had a guy hit the set on the flop,
Yeah.
and the other guy had runner, 4,
Oh,
5,
yeah.
6, 7.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you mean Bennett?
he
Yeah.
flopped
I think I
trips.
remember that. He flopped. He got set. And the guy gets runner to the straight.
Yeah. That was
With
crazy
6,
up there.
7 in his hand.
All right, Ralph.
That was the same guy who had kings.
Meanwhile, in seat 3,
Don't play sugar. They're no good.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've all seen some.
Yeah, but I
crazy
mean,
ones.
it was just
again,
crazy
huh?
to call, and the guy had him.
One guy was telling the hell on it. He didn't have nothing left.
Uh-oh.
I had to almost pull out.
tried to raise the 5K, but that's not really,
6
not
is
really
fine.
with it anymore.
6 works.
Biscuit calls with a mystery hand.
Counting his chips too.
You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. I heard that somewhere.
I wonder where. Biscuit with the mystery hand. He's gonna act first in the small blind. Checks it.
Well, I'm like looking at that flop, and Peter and Tony missed. I'd say Biscuit's in the lead.
Maybe.
85.
Card reader says he has no chance.
Well, not that he folded, no.
He beat them. He beat them to the muck.
Tony trying to beat Peter out of this pot, and he might do it.
I think your ace is probably better than mine, too.
Oh, then you're gonna be a sad person when you watch the replay.
If
Yeah.
and when.
After 3,000 more into that pot. Who knows? I did that earlier with Jack 7. Beat the guy's pair of queens. I got 2 very less than half. Seven, I would definitely.
Deuces get folded.
As they should.
And the, under the gun position. It's a good fold. 7-8 suited gets folded. 8-3 off. 9-6 off. Ace-9 gets folded. Biscuit folds the 7-4 on the button. Going heads up. Peter makes the call with 3-4 suited.
Couple of suited hands.
And he picks up the 3.
Spades and hearts.
Puts him in the lead.
First player to bet
Peter
wins.
is going to take this one down, I think.
I don't think Peter's going to let him.
Kevin's going to let him?
Kevin's going to let him. Kevin's going to bet
That's
out
a
here.
nice size bet. 7,000. I think that's a good bet there. With the queen on the river, Peter has to either put him on a queen or a heart. A couple of hearts.
I did have a 3.
Good job not
Yeah,
showing.
don't show it. Let him think about it for a while. Let him stew in it.
Bad time to walk away. You are the small blind. We are going to pull that back in. He put it out and pulled it back since he's going to go to the bathroom.
Somebody call Pepsi.
There goes the air conditioning.
There goes all your cooler.
Yeah.
Right in time for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, put him in that box.
Yep.
He looks at it. I'm going to play it easy, he says.
No, that's Pepsi. That's the serve. No, the Pepsi.
Sometimes I want it now.
Race 7.
Kevin had 8-10 off.
Yeah, Tony raising with the K9 hand. Finally, some respect for the K9 hand.
Oh.
Have a pair.
A bet and a fold.
Big one, too.
I had a pair. Okay.
Every guy does.
Okay. I like the response.
Years ago, when I used to play every day, because I talk a lot, I used to buy soup on Fridays.
Oh.
That's my apology for talking all week. I remember one time the air conditioner broke. It was so friggin' hot. So
This
I
one
stopped
time
by ice
at
cream
band
for
camp?
everybody left the room. By the time they got the ice cream down here, it was completely melted. That's how hot it was in here. They had to literally pour the ice cream into cups, and people were drinking them. It was funny.
It's like a milkshake. What's wrong with a milkshake?
A milk steak?
Not a milkshake.
You watch It's Always Sunny?
No.
No? It's from It's Always Sunny.
The only thing I know about Sonny is Dayman. Oh.
You know, I haven't, and I try to talk to him a lot.
It appears my broadcast partner has something of a restless leg syndrome.
And my family or my wife's family was staying with us for a month.
I haven't seen him since about the time we brought him here, which was a few months ago.
Mike is, he runs out of breath even talking on the phone.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
All right, Tony with some 10-8 suited, thinking about it.
Grace.
Bobby?
I mean, and part of that is the reason why the action's been slowing down a bit lately. Tony is he's kind of bullying the table a little bit.
Yeah, somewhere over there.
How dare he?
But
Sorry, I saw a phone on the rail. I had to do something about it.
created a sense of injustice in you.
Yes.
Like seeing a phone on the rail is like Bruce Wayne seeing the bat signal. right, so
Did he get a
suited
call?
King Queen against Tony's 10-8-0 clubs. I see a 10.
Oh, and the spades
Ooh, the
get
spades.
there. The nuts.
Runner, runner, spades.
Oh, yeah. Ace and two.
Interesting call with 8-10.
87.
It's 87, Hunch. Staying alive.
I didn't either. I was like, no queen, no king.
Good job from our production crew upstairs. Making sure they get the right number in there and get a
So I saw that.
correct chip stack for him.
But I didn't see Mike straight that one hand, and everybody gave me a rash of shit.
I saw the straight. It's actually more common than Peter might think. Players that, not that they don't think they win, it's just they think they win with top pair and a better kicker. And I'm like, no, sir, you have a straight. Oh.
But top pair and a better kicker works.
Right. I mean, they were winning before. Oftentimes when they don't know that the better hand's out there, they won anyway. But every here and there, I'll see
Timmy now with jacks.
I lost. He has
And
a
he's going
straight.
to
And I'm
easily
like-
get a call from ace queen.
And I'm like, well, sir, you have two clubs. You have a flush. Oh, I didn't even see it. Like,
Sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you.
no, it's my wife does it all the time.
We get used to it after a while.
Oh, we can't even see where the hours is, 'cause that's stupid.
Ralph really likes that ace queen. He just doesn't know if he likes it for 8K.
I like it for 8K. I like it for 24.6K.
Possibly.
I mean, I think that's the move here.
Right. I mean, it's limping doesn't make much sense.
I can't imagine him having aces and only betting a quarter or a third of his stack.
Right.
Call.
Just flat calls.
But yeah,
that's where you get into trouble. You're gonna get two people behind you.
Basically, I like it, but it's for a third of your stack. For me, it's all in or fold. Because I don't want a lot of guests coming out to this party.
That's right. I'd rather it be heads up than four-way.
I mean, maybe in college, but you know, I'm too old for that kind of stuff now.
That's right. See, and he gets the call from Queen 7. When the flop comes 7-7, he's gonna hate himself.
I have no problem chopping, no problem.
I mean, it's Jack's show. Timmy with the jacks.
I look at everybody here, it's that's the family.
See, now you're stuck. Now you're looking at ace queen and a flop like that.
More time sometimes to go.
But
And
you
it's
still have two
basically all
overs.
in to call.
It's definitely all in to call. Timmy does appear to have him covered by 300 units.
And then you got to worry about what's going on behind you with Tony.
That's why I feel that snap all or the all-in pre-flop is the way to go in that
Right.
situation.
Yeah, Tony.
Yeah, you're
doesn't-
behind, but you have two overs.
Tony's not going to hang around pre-flop either.
No,
If he goes all in on top of that 8K raise.
absolutely.
Tony's like, well, you guys have fun.
Mhm.
I'm outie.
And he did have two people to act behind him. He had Tim, who did
Right.
really think about his hand too.
I'm sorry, what?
It's my favorite hand.
I guess he figured Jeff had a garbage big blind hand. That's
He can get his
the
blinds
the only strategy I can think of why you would do that with that hand. It's like, yeah, it's crap, but maybe he's got bigger crap.
I mean, at the end of the day, it only cost him
In the big
15K.
blind, yeah.
Jack Deuce, I'd be kind of happy with. I've been getting like 6-3, 3-9, 6.
2 in the morning, my girl looks awfully good.
Well, what's the rule? Anything after midnight?
It's earlier than that.
Yeah. Well, my younger dude.
I've seen these memes where it's like a girl at 2 a.m. and it's the guy from Goonies and he's like, "You're coming home to me." Chunk.
Chunk.
Well, Tony definitely has the range for Queen 8.
8,000.
And he just keeps picking up rounds, fannies, and blinds because the table keeps letting him. Nobody's challenging him. Biscuit had the same hand except suited. Had him crushed, had him dominated. Come on, Biscuit, start dominating.
Clubs are always good at the club.
What was his name?
The Kennel Club.
No, Chunk was the fat kid.
No.
Oh, with the Goonies?
He was the kid, the fat kid. Like,
Fat Kid, yeah, Chunk is a Fat Kid. There's Mikey, Data,
yeah,
Chunk,
the guy
Mouth,
with the
Brandon,
one, you know,
Stephanie,
the-
and Andy.
yeah. But they kept changed up.
Sloth. Oh, yeah. Well,
Hey,
Sloth
you
was
guys!
We'll have to Siri that one. Later.
There was a
Whatever the hell it is.
rumor
That
going
part
around that they were going to
flipped up, I
remake
don't know.
that
Mm-hmm.
because they
Yeah,
keep
I
remaking
saw
everything, and
Classic.
the project died, thankfully. I'm like,
I don't know. I guess nobody.
I just wanted to see Chunk do the truffle shuffle 20 years later, 30 years later.
he can't. He can't. He literally can't. He got out of acting. He became a lawyer and got jacked. No, he's like swole now.
He could do the truffle shuffle with
He
his
could like do
muscles.
some pec flex maybe, but no, he's not doing the truffle shuffle anymore.
He can do the Terry Crews.
4-9.
Power! Yeah. Double sun power!
I keep begging the Panthers to make that the go-to
Actually,
on the Jumbotron when we score a power play goal. Just we score it, and then all of a sudden Terry Crews explodes out of the Jumbotron.
I didn't have a pair.
That would be awesome.
They keep not doing it. It's like, come on, it would rule.
They might have to pay for that.
It wouldn't be the whole thing, though. They wouldn't mention Old Spice. Just him screaming about power because we got a power play goal.
But if they do mention
Yeah.
Old Spice, maybe they get paid instead.
Sloth, that's right.
Sloth, yeah. Played by an actual Oakland Raider. I forget his name. That's where I got him because he was so big. He used to play for the Raiders.
Hey, you guys.
9.
Oh,
All right.
sloth.
So we got Tony raising again. What a shock. With a suited A7.
His range is pretty wide right now.
And that's
Given
the thing.
that there's
it,
8
it
players
doesn't
at the
even
table.
have to be because everybody keeps folding to him. Even players with like decent-ish hands.
He did sit down with a pretty large stack, so I think that people are a little afraid to get into cahoots with him, given that they think that he's obviously a good player.
Yeah.
But he's making a good move right now, picking up those blinds and just chipping
Yeah, I
away
mean,
at everybody.
He basically is getting orbits for free.
Yeah, and he's
Where-
just chipping away.
Where everybody else, is giving up 10K now
Mm-hmm.
because we're a 2-4-4, so every orbit's going to cost you 10K.
Now, if I were Tim here, given that Tony keeps raising pre, I'd probably just flat and let him
Oh, for
raise
your
and do
extra
the work for me.
300?
He's all in.
Well, he's got more than that.
He's all in.
Oh, he gets called by 9s. And there
Jacks
goes one.
versus 9s, and there goes a jack.
And a 9.
Yeah.
It does seem that jacks are going to take it here. I think
Kevin's
all the 9s are
like,
gone.
Yeah.
I can't remember 100%, but I think the 9s are gone.
One of the jacks is
Uh-oh,
gone
something
for
big
sure.
happened upstairs.
One of the 9s is gone. Obviously, one of the jacks is gone. But beyond that, I couldn't tell you.
There is one 9
Ooh, a
left.
7.
Oh,
Nope.
Jacks are going to take this one.
I had a jack. I didn't want to say anything.
Tim's going to get the double up. And he's still sticking around on that 10K at the beginning.
Well, I mean, he had a little less than 8K at that point, so he's all in two hands. So
I don't like people.
I'm like, and in the next two hands, you think you're going to get something better than Pocket Jacks?
I mean, especially
You
with
could,
big blind
but
coming around.
The odds say no.
Yeah.
That it's Jacks.
It's a good thing he was
Or
playing it,
bust.
not me, because I probably would have folded pre. Oh, and the big blind hits him right now.
Yeah, I said he's all in next hand.
They had a knockout upstairs, so they're going to pull our big blind and move him upstairs.
Real time, we've got 13 players left, so they're 15 minutes ahead of us. So.
He hasn't changed the clock yet.
Hopefully I hit one before.
So we're definitely going to be around till at least 2 more get eliminated, depending on any kind of deals, but possibly 3. But
I haven't even
if they're
heard talks
if
of
they're
it.
taking a player from us, that means that right now, here, there are 4 teams.
1, 2, so there's 7 players here.
7 and 7. Yeah.
That must mean that there's 6
It had
up
to
there.
be 8 and 6 before, because we had 8. So eliminations brought them down to 6. Otherwise, they wouldn't balance.
So that count gives us 13 players with the action that it currently is at.
No, Jeff, he's not all in. Stop it.
Jeff is all in.
Oh, Jeff is
Tim
all in,
called.
not Tim. Okay, I thought it said Tim was all in.
Timmy and Tim are heads up
Timmy!
for the side pot. There is no side pot.
No.
Jeff is going to take it with queens and get his triple up.
Triple shot power!
Double side power! Ah! When those Old Spice commercials came out, I watched every single one.
They were so great.
I was looking for a tank. That's what I was looking for.
It was a great campaign because they, I mean, if men shop for themselves, that was a commercial for them.
Yeah.
If their wives did their shopping for them, they had the other one, that other campaign.
Right.
Hello, ladies. Do you wish your man could smell like me? And those were pretty great too. So. But no, my wife does not do that shopping for me. I even asked her, I said, do you have like a preference for like, that sort of stuff, like fragrance or shampoos or anything for, that I use? And she's like, no, I just don't want you to stank. Just get whatever, I don't care. Just take a shower. I was like, I don't care what you use.
All in.
All right. Jeff going all in with an AJ. Biscuit's like, get my 9-5 out of here.
Jeff taking a play from Tony's book, shipping it all in every hand. Got rewarded for this last one. I gotta tell you, you know what grinds my gears? When a player waits until it's their turn to look at their hand.
Yeah,
That grinds my
that's
gears.
really
By the
annoying.
time the action gets to you, just know what you're doing.
All right, we
You
got
know?
an all in and a call.
Is that 4s versus ace jack?
It appears to be, yes.
Oh.
Oh, ace right away.
And the ace is going to
Yes,
double
yep,
up again.
Ace doubles up off of Tony.
Yeah, that I don't know why, but that gets me every time.
It doesn't matter if I'm first act or last act when I'm playing. I look at my cards.
Right.
So that I can
I
have my
want to know
move
when
ready.
it's my turn what
Right.
I'm going to do. I'm going to look at my cards, and then by the time it gets to me, I know how much I'm going to raise.
It's like the
not
guy-
not it gets to me, and now I have to think about, okay, this is what was open to. Now there's 2 players behind him who called. It's my turn.
Yeah.
You know, how much am I going to raise now? I should already know these things.
You're
And be
talking like the
prepared.
guy that you're stuck behind at the fast food joint.
Mm-hmm. And they
then
just don't know what they
waits
want
till
to order.
They get to the front of the line, then looks at the menu. They're like, it should be legal to
Give me a minute.
hit that guy.
Yeah. So, I don't know why,
Like, you
but
know
that
what
that
they
gets me
have.
every single
Everybody
time.
comes here every day. You know what they have.
Right.
We've been in line for an hour. You know
Right.
what you want?
Yeah.
Get the hell out the way. I know what I want. Cheeseburger and Coke.
Raise. 10-5.
That is quite the bet this late in the stage. Blinds are only 2-4. I guess 10,000 isn't bad. 2.5x.
Yeah, 2.5x.
I guess I didn't really think about it.
Yeah. And he's looking at his shot. It's all in or fold. I mean, if we're being
He's
really
gotten
honest.
this close. This would be a really inopportune time to get knocked out. Calls
It
with
looks
kings.
like kings versus
Jacks. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Tim
Raggy.
getting
I see a queen 10. Could be a
an
straight out
8
there.
and a 9. No. Kings are going to take it. Tim made it really far. He almost made it to get his seat.
Very short. So we got 6 here, depending on what goes on up there. I guess this is where we got to 13
Yes.
on the tournament list.
Oh.
Yeah,
Live
but
play,
we're
we are
15
now at
minutes
11.
behind. Yeah.
15 minutes into the future. I wonder if they're discussing a bubble buddy?
He does seem rather boisterous up there.
Yes. I assume they're probably playing. Biscuit
Biscuit's
all in
He
with
can't even cover
pocket
the
eights.
blinds. Biscuit.
I mean, it's a good time to be all in, right?
Oh, I got scared. I thought that was more.
Because everybody's going to look at you and be like, wow, value.
I mean, any big stack here is looking at this as an opportunity. And if it was a bounty tournament, I think any big stack's calling, no problem. Or at least one of them will, no matter what their cards are. Oh.
Oh, after the ante, can he not cover the small blind?
Jack 4.
Oh, I hiccuped.
Like I can't.
Okay.
So it's 8s against queen 4. Can't see. There's a
And 8s are going to
Eights.
double up.
kind of.
With the last hand, Jack Deuce said no.
All right.
He basically gets his ante back.
That was a lucky big blind.
I get to
Right.
see another orbit.
Maybe.
No, I mean, I don't think he can cover it because he didn't have the full big blind. And he's
It
gotta
said he had
give- and-
5,400.
And he's got to give 2K of it back immediately for the small blind. So, I mean, basically next decent hand, he has to be all in.
I believe I wouldn't look here and I'd just jam. And I would run into that. King, Queen of Hearts.
You can't jam really out of turn in a tournament.
Well, no, I mean, but
No shit.
Raise from
I
Kevin.
like when they send me pictures.
And
of my-
that's bad
Eight.
news for Biscuits, I would think, because you would want as many people in as possible if you've got a hand.
This is a whiteout from the glare.
And you can't tell what he has, and he doesn't like it. He's going to give up the 2K. I can't imagine Peter liking this.
it's a min click, though, so
He did that.
I guess
just,
he wants to...
He did that just to irritate me. Oh, and pick up the open-ended straight draw.
He's got a lot of outs here, 13.
And
And
that's not one of them.
now that lowers his outs to 7.
Yeah, now he's got to hit the straight. 5 or a 10.
And then we are going hand for hand. He misses his
That's a
straight.
4, yeah. I needed
I had
a
so
5
many
or a 10.
broken outs.
I had so many
I had a
outs.
straight draw and a flush draw, and I couldn't hit nothing.
Oh,
Said the guy who
his
won.
card,
Oh,
his
the
card
reader was
misread.
wrong. Oh, King Queen.
It was
Okay.
ace something.
Right.
Ugh.
But he did have a lot of outs either way.
All right. We're going hand for hand as we are on the
hand.
bubble.
I have so many outs.
I guess they're
Wizard. 12 left?
hand for hand.
Over under on 10 hands.
Long time.
Like about an hour ago?
Where's the clock running?
I didn't even look at that. No, I think.
When you took our last
not.
player?
It is.
No, we're not.
Oh, it is. So we're not. I guess it was just delayed because it just had
It,
17
it
seconds. for
updates
like
up
10
every couple
seconds.
of seconds, yeah.
That's why I said we lost 12. That's really bad.
He's predicting the future.
And says, nope, you can have it.
Somebody roll, please.
There's one here. Something comes down here.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna fuck with that.
All right, Chris, leave that hand and then hold it for me.
I was gonna say, hey, can I
Did
deal
predict
yet?
the future.
No, you cannot deal.
9,000. Yeah, I don't get it.
10-5, right?
Pulling it back
It's
and doing this.
he's got 2 more hands before he has to go all in.
Aw.
And it would behoove him not to wait to the big blind because he only has 3K, and he's got to put up 4K to an ante. So from a chip standpoint, it behooves him to go all in under the gun. I mean, unless he's got something like really lousy. So K9, Tony showing respect to the Kennel Club hand. No nada for either player. An ace.
Any bet wins.
Yep. Snap fold. Camera didn't even have time to switch over to Timmy.
If we weren't playing for a ticket, I probably would have shoved there. I probably should have.
Probably should have.
Yeah, but I'm gonna shuffle.
And for hand.
I'm not a
Deuce.
I had sevens.
You ready?
And then I'm like, do I really want to put my whole friggin' tournament life after waiting all this time? Because didn't I make that whole speech where I went for a cigarette and I donked my chips off? And they were,
Peter made
dwindling.
some pretty interesting calls here, and his stack is dwindling because of it.
Jeff with the ducks. Hold them ducks. Biscuits, like, I have no idea what he had. Possibly ducks.
That one's the nuts, Peter.
He doesn't agree. Ooh, 15K to go from Kevin, who never put his cards in the box.
Well, I think the button's in the box, so he didn't remember. Oh, he shows us ace queen.
Queen. Okay.
Parking lot.
Pretty good
It's a
hand.
parking lot hand, he says.
For me, Biscuit has to play this hand, even if it's lousy.
Problem is no matter how much it is, he's getting a call from somebody. Even if it's the big.
Well, no, I mean, he can't even cover the big. He's got 3,400.
We're not on the upper hand.
Yeah, we are. They lost someone right after.
Oh, yeah, it's 13.
So Biscuit, what do you got?
A foldable hand.
He's all in next hand.
He is risking it for the biscuit.
It must have been truly terrible.
He still smiles down there, though.
And here's Timmy with an ace. He likes it.
Timmy says, I think I could take it.
And with those hands, he's probably right.
$4K. He has enough for the ante and a little bit towards the blind. 400?
Take it into my smoke time.
Yeah. Good.
Everybody hoping that we get this knockout right here. and he picks up ace 5 suited. What are the chances he gets an ace here?
Pretty good.
Everybody's going to call.
He may not even need it. If K9 is the only caller.
He got 2 callers so far. Tony called with queen 8. Biscuit says, I'm all in. All right, we got a side pop ruin here, too. Ace on the flop. Nope.
Yep. Tony's got an 8.
Which so far is enough. What are we doing? Okay. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Queen 8 against ace 5.
Oh.
There's a 5
Oh.
and a 10.
Biscuit gets eliminated. Does that...
And that was the last hand of the level, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Well, that means down to 11.
Oh, that puts us to 11.
Color black chips first and then blue. We don't need any of them. Let's do the black first. Yeah, we'll get you. Do black chips, do race, and then do blue chips, do race. You have to.
Okay, while my partner is figuring out what exactly is happening as it relates to the break.
All right, put up the blacks.
Nice guy. I think he's only giving away 2, I think. Only giving away.
Yeah, go. Blues are gone too.
Chunks of oranges or whatever you have left.
It's 2.
What's that?
I think they started the bubble a little early.
Two?
It's hand for hand, so they knock off 2 minutes off the clock every hand.
You want to get some? Yeah, I was going to get some.
Or a minute, something like that. The clock up there says 9 and change.
We don't go to war? Burn 3 cards.
Burn 3 cards and do it again? Yeah, that'd be fun.
And they're going to get their break here for a few minutes as we color those blacks off the table a little more and get some of these oranges colored up as well. Or blues, I'm sorry, they're coloring up the blues.
All right, well, while we have a break, we can tell you about the Chris Moneymaker Tour making its triumphant return to PBKC. And specific dates, I believe it starts October, I want to say 25th.
Let's see.
See how good my memory is.
Probably better than mine. Moneymaker Tour, let's see.
34 right here. Let me know when you got it, Taylor.
That's the point promotion.
He was less than 1% after the flop and got runner straight against Strip Get.
October 25th to November 6th.
Right, October 25th to November 6th, the Chris Moneymaker Tour. And last time Chris Moneymaker Tour was in town, wow, we had our resident Centurion, 100-year-old gentleman by the name of Gene, knock out Chris Moneymaker in his own tournament. And while we're waiting here for the players on the break, I'm going to show you a little highlight video of Gene and that Chris Moneymaker event. So enjoy, and we'll be back in a few.
Gene Colden. In January, I reached 100 years old. I've been playing poker for real money now in between 15 and 20 years, I guess. I will play 6 or 7 days a week. If I don't get knocked out, I can be here all day. I do play cash as well. Oh, what? I don't play cash as well.
Who knocked you out, Chris?
The youngest guy at the table, Mr. Gene over there, punished me.
When we were young teenagers, much younger than a teenager, we used to play poker for pennies. 6, 7 years old, 8 years old, whatever, whatever it is. We got older, we play for nickels. Well, I'm a fairly solid player. The secret to being 100 years is getting to be 99.
I should be getting hooked, aren't I? That's it. Well, we were in the conversation when it still said 12. That's what's so crazy. You're like, what does it say now? I'm like, what the hell? You got a clicker in your pocket? Now I'm happy. I'm at least guaranteed.
All right, we got our players returning to the table here.
Indeed.
They are still hand for hand. We need one more knockout in order to go get their satellite tickets into the day two, for the day one.
Just go in general.
Yeah,
so we
and
can
go home. These guys started at 11:15. It's currently 3:50, so they've been playing 4 hours, 4.5 hours.
That's a long time.
Not given that they still have a 10-hour day, 10 to 12-hour day ahead of them when they get to day one.
Okay. Who is? Oh, Gene?
You ready? We're starting.
All right, we're going to get a shuffle up here and deal. And both of our blinds are nowhere to be found. Oh, here's our big blind.
Big blind. It helps if you're here for your big blind. The lovely and talented Miss Cindy going to be dealing for us.
Blinds are at 366, and here's our small blind. Just in time. Phone's off the table.
Phone's
No.
off the wow, an act of sheer defiance. And Cindy's like, no, get this out of here.
Get it out of here. Good job, Cindy, taking it off the table.
Laying down the law at the table.
Now let's seat 2 now.
Folds immediately. It's all like, get me out of here, man.
Our button's in the wrong position, I believe.
You know they do it out of love, so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go
See,
right
I bet
away.
I heard
Now,
you.
go.
Not you, Kevin. I heard you. I didn't hear Gene, though.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on, do
hopefully.
it.
And if I don't space out.
Don't space out. We're watching.
See
And more importantly, that's all Josh is watching.
Yeah, we've been doing all the work.
I colored up so many chips up there. You guys have tons of orange. There's lots of red up there. I did about. No, I colored up, I think, around 300.
Because I like you, he says. Show him the 5 deuce.
There you go.
Well, that beat me. I had eight deuce. What is 11? 80 something miles?
Fold. Because you never know with Tony with the big blind. you got to be prepared to play for a lot of chips if you're going to limp here. But going to take that chance. Ooh, no, he didn't raise it. Queen 10. See, didn't I tell you hockey sticks were great when I'm on the show? Oh, 7 deuce is just phenomenal.
7 deuces, and that's when I deal.
Kevin disgustedly turns up Queen 10, except it wins. So,
Disgusting.
Merry Christmas to Kevin. Right. He was so mad, he's like, just queen high.
Easy 15K.
Wait, it won? Ow.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Everybody in the danger zone.
Gonna give a shout out to our production crew. We got
They
Tayrell,
don't do
Gene,
anything. No,
and Ron
they
upstairs.
do everything. We'd be lost without them.
They're
doing jokes.
doing a great job upstairs.
Yeah.
Couldn't do without them.
Oh, okay.
I believe they also do love biscuits.
Yeah. Biscuits did not survive. Much like the rare times there are biscuits and gravy in the break room, they also do not survive very long.
Funny you say that because I've never seen biscuits and gravy in the break room.
I have
because they're always gone.
a couple of times, but you gotta be a 9 o'clocker. You gotta give me a 9. And they're
I
usually
used to be here before that.
done by 9:30.
I used to be here before everybody.
Make an announcement. Whoever brought them in, I'm going in. I have a table at 9. There better be some biscuits and gravy left at 9:30. When I go. And we're like,
Never.
well, we can't promise nothing.
Never. Not many places around here that make good biscuits and gravy.
All right, Kevin KJ. Thinking mighty hard.
No shame in folding to the big blinds.
He's like, with King Jack though, yeah, there's a little shame in folding. A little bit.
I don't know. This late in the game, I wouldn't be surprised if you just walked away and folded everything. You know, you're just trying to get to 10.
Well, there's Jack.
I'm with Jack.
All in.
Well over 100.
I have the monster hand.
Catches that in the big blind, and he has outs.
Do you have a diamond in there?
No diamond.
Seven deuce.
You were.
But his deuce was a diamond, so
Yeah.
he had a shot.
You go.
Keep going, they say.
Got two of our faster dealers doing these last two tables here. So we're blasting through these hand for hands. Hand for hand hands.
Peter with queen 9. Kevin. Oh, well, he has more than 7K total.
Peter definitely has more than that. He had a couple of reds there.
But he
Hey,
gives
I
it up.
actually had you out kicked.
He did have him out kicked.
Okay.
Well, you should have played.
It's okay. The flop was coming deuce deuce.
No, it would have been 3 more to win 12. Actually, no, 15K that was out there. In that spot, any 2 cards pretty much. Even 7 deuce, I'd have been like, well, I'm getting 5 to 1 on my money.
He's got 16K left though, and can't really bet enough to make him fold.
I know. I was kind of can I have some color of chips so I have something to do? Because you guys are just 5-handed and it's been all folds.
You don't even need it. I can see the future. Someone will be knocked out eventually.
Within the next 2 minutes. Possibly this hand. Because we can't see what's going on the other table.
Right.
So the eliminated player may not even come from this table. Although the smart money's on Peter. At least on this table. There may be an even shorter stack.
Equal VPIPs here. 31% for 3 of them.
They were in the 50s at the start, but once they got down to 15 players, I mean, the action ground to a halt. I legit thought we were going to be done by 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
At the rate they were going.
Any kind of fly. When they bounce all over.
Peter with king queen. Looks like he's got about 16K there.
What do you think?
Monty? Yeah. Hi, Monty. If they're still going.
All right, guys.
All in.
Can I have the button, please? Thank you. Now you have all 3?
Yeah.
Snap folded on the button. Timmy does not like his mystery hand. I don't think. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
Tony actually likes 10-6.
I think in his mind, any 2 are good for 16K.
10-6 against king queen. Let's see it. Ooh,
Oh.
10. Needs a
Bing.
jack, king jack or
Oh
queen.
my
and
gosh,
he
and
hits
he gets
the
there.
Broadway. Hits Broadway.
Peter getting the full double up. Gonna cruise back into this tournament and grind out that last seat. His tournament career on the verge of ending there.
All right, looking at the clock. Yeah, this is going to be the last hand. We'll see if somebody here feels the bitter sting of defeat. Or if it's on the other table.
Maybe 5s? Maybe
Kevin
not.
with a ton of chips, looking at 5s.
He's going to fold.
With pocket pair and that chip stack, I'm looking to knock somebody out. Gone all in.
Jeff goes all in with deuces.
Deuces.
Oh, we're done. They had a knockout. You got to complete the hand.
Yeah, because even if you get knocked out, it's whoever had the most chips. I think that's what they do. So regardless.
Oh, he didn't have deuces. He has AC, deucey. Ace 3.
Ace 3. Well, looking to stay alive.
Oh my gosh.
Tens.
Oh, and it's a chop.
It's a chop.
Wow.
Tens full of queens on the board.
And in the middle of that hand, they get the announcement that they are done.
With the chop, so no elimination here. No need to go to the chip count. Oh.
Wow.
I wonder if he knows that song by Destiny's Child. After getting a full house on the board, I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. Showing my age with that joke. And jumping all around, putting the camera out of focus. Okay, so with that, I've never been so thrilled with a chop before here on the show.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
Jeff hanging on like a Grogan, just claws on the edge of the cliff.
He almost didn't want to show his second card.
I'm not leaving. He survives with just 11K left. He will finish in 10th place, and he will get a satellite to tomorrow's flight, the first flight in our monthly multi-flight, $300K, $300 buy-in. Whoa,
100K.
put the brakes on. $300 buy-in, 100K
That's
guarantee. Right. Congratulations to all the players that punched their ticket to tomorrow's flight. And remember, we will have more of these flights tomorrow and Friday.
Satellites included.
Yes, I mean these satellites tomorrow and Friday. Otherwise, we are going to be having, I believe it's 5 flights Thursday, and then 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday?
I haven't looked at it, to be honest. I do believe you are correct, though.
All tournaments are on our schedule, pbkennelclub.com, to confirm. $300 buy-in, 100K guarantee. You definitely don't want to miss it. It's a great tournament, and the prize pool almost certain to be much larger than the guaranteed 100K. Last month we had 216 in our prize pool, and first place took down just a smidge under $40,000. I believe it was like 39,000 and change.
Right.
Was first place last month, so come on down. And if you can't come on down, unfortunately, you can catch featured tables of every flight right here on our live stream as well as a feature to final show of our final table of our monthly multi-flight, and you can catch that on Sunday. Until then,
I'll be here at 3:30 with you.
Yeah, Mike will be here for the final. Until then, I'm Matt F. with Mike, saying good night from West Palm Beach. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for our first flight.
Have a great one. Thanks for tuning in.